To pay homage to the first season of RuPaul Drag Race, the rest of the episode will talk with really shitty mics and a weird filter.
I'm surprised you did that. We kind of already have a crappy mic and a weird filter. I'm Minty.
And this is FunUntitled, where we serve every podcast and FU.
So it's the season premiere of season 15 of RuPaul's Drag Race. Yeah, season 15. US.
So, first of all, entire cast, what's the vibe? Is it a good cast? I think it's better than last year's. A lot more variety.
Yeah, I do seem like based off first impressions that we're already getting big personalities out. You're kind of already seeing who's the high breeds and who are the low breeds. Although, with the way these two episodes ended, you don't know who's actually going to win. And 16 Queens, there will be 16 episodes, so we know there are going to be shenanigans later on.
Shenanigans! I would love for that to be my drag name.
Shenanigans? Oh, wait, how do you make that work? Like Shauna?
Shenanigans? Shauna.
No, because it doesn't really work. We'll work on it. We'll workshop it later.
What's the word they say in South Park when they think someone's cheating?
I don't know.
Alright. So, who was your favorite first impression? Because my favorite first impression was obviously Princess Poppy, because you know I love me that homophobia.
That's a real, like, viral joke or a TikTok joke.
I've never heard of that, so I need the context.
You gotta go watch her videos then. I don't know. I've also seen the Meet the Queens while you didn't. So I kind of like Marsha. She seems very cute. I like girls who kind of pay some kind of homage to a reference. I mean, I've never seen the Brady Bunch, but I've watched other old shitty shows. I really don't like Aestheta Titties. For some reason, she's like, the twins are too loud. I'm like, bitch, you're the loudest one in the group. You would not stop screaming. I really love Sugar and Spice. We already said this in last episode.
You like Sugar and Spice still?
Yeah.
Okay.
Again, not thinking they're gonna go far, but I like them.
I just hope they don't have the same problems that I think her name was Kamala Hall, the Asian girl.
Kimura Hall.
Kimura Hall.
Well, Kimura wasn't a TikTok queen. She just does drag enough.
Okay.
Because she works. And I think she has like some kind of family drama. But I think, after the premiere of season 13, she's probably more on the scene now. I was surprised by, so Sasha Colby was the big house. I think once people saw her name, they knew she was gonna be fantastic. And I was like, okay, let's see. And then she really was. I thought she did very well. I was surprised she ended up safe. And I thought Mistress Isabella Brooks was a little pretentious, but I think she won me over by like really having the talent and the looks to go with her aesthetics and her personality.
I like the Fox one.
She's okay. I think she's got a good mug and the looks is right, but her performance was, walking out and sitting on a chair.
Yeah. Why you have to word it like that?
That's literally what it was. That's how they started off the opening number, with a fat girl coming out saying, I can't keep walking, sits her ass down.
So at that point, Anisha comes in. We all love Anisha. Was that the mannequin's name?
Oh, yeah.
And then, unfortunately, got a downgrade. It turned out to just be Ariana Grande.
See, I don't know how I feel about Ariana Grande. I mean, they made this whole big deal that she was like a big guest judge. And I like her personality. I like her songs. Maybe not Seven Rings, but she's okay. She's not as funny as someone else would be. I want a judge that's funny, not good at singing.
Bring back that black lady.
T.S. Madison?
Yes.
Oh, she's funny. And Lonnie Love?
Yes.
And I like, what's her name? Nicole?
Kidman?
No, shut up. The one on Nailed It?
Oh,
God,
Kidman.
Son of a... Not the Scientologist wife. Oh, I forgot her name. Shit, she's super funny.
Lashana? No, that's How to Cake That.
No, Nicole. It starts with a B, her last name.
Well, whatever that bitch name is, get it, B. We go on to a photo shoot, and it was just okay.
I like photo shoots. I like the underwater ones.
Oh, that's cool, yeah.
Right? Like, the fans okay, and the washing the cars, whatever, but the underwater is where, like, you really get to see where things float.
Where things sink or swim. And the jumping one's okay.
That one's okay, yeah. I do like the spinning ones.
Yeah, that one's also nice.
It's funny.
Little momentum. Defying gravity.
I felt like what was kind of unfair was if you had a warm color outfit, it looked better with the red car or motorcycle.
I thought it was a bit unfair that one girl got all the feathers in her lip gloss.
Hey, that is the cons of having gloss. Supposedly when I was watching a lot of makeup videos, they said not to wear gloss because then your wig would get stuck to it.
Oh, interesting. So that could be wig glue. Sugar and Spice. Guess I got the greatest tip for you. Make this into a TikTok. Don't have wig glue, never heard of it? Lip gloss.
I don't think it means for lace either. So I thought that was cute. I thought Irene was correct for the first one.
And then the second one we had
Lucy. I didn't really remember the second group's one that much. I
don't really like what they did this season with the first group and second group, but only separating them for the intro.
I liked it, but I do think having one episode focus on one group is better than this because it allows more queens to have more time for each episode.
But imagine if Marsha was in the second group. You know what I mean? Like, everyone in the second group better have signed a contract explicitly saying, I do not want to meet Ariana Grande. If I meet Ariana Grande, it is on site.
I mean, it's like that one season where the first group got Nicki Minaj, and then the second one, I think, got Robin. I forget her last name.
Yeah, like, it's totally Rob. So then we move on. Like, they didn't even care about the whole dancing drama. Because they're like, oh, we gotta perform like a literally 3-minute dance in the beginning.
No, but I did think it came out well in the end.
I like the little sass they were all wearing. Like, bitch, you don't know who we are.
Hey, wait a second. They had an outfit for the opening number, and for the talent, and for the runway, and for the intro.
Why do you think Sugar and Spice couldn't find their fucking wigs? They have so many outfit changes in one episode.
It's unfortunate that we didn't even get to focus on any of those opening number looks.
Yeah, that's the one they had like the hardest time getting ready for. So we move on to our talent show. Is this a norm now? Just to start every first episode with a talent show?
I think it's either the talent show or like the group number. I think it just kind of depends on how you want to do things. I do prefer the talent show over the lyric writing because you have to be a really good lyric writer for me to learn a lot about you as a person, but you can learn a lot from a talent show.
I just wish the talent show didn't just default to, I wrote a song, I paid someone to make it sound pretty, I'm gonna dance to it on stage, but I'm barely dancing.
Sure, but I mean, look at the ones who are on top, right? It was a weird sketch, I wouldn't even call it what Anetra did an original song. There was really no singing, but like a dance routine.
Hey, I categorize it as ballet, taekwondo, and professional cheerleading.
That's true. That's a good point. I wonder if that she said she was Olympian, Jax.
Yeah, I think like a diver, she said.
Okay, I was thinking diver, but I was like, but she's also a cheerleader. I mean, I guess you could do both.
You can dive headfirst into any sport.
Do you think that was correct to have those at the top 3?
Yes, I do 100% because I was like jaw dropped to the ground when Anita started kicking boards.
I'm okay with Marsha and Anetra. I'm not sure about Jack.
Oh, it's Anetra's her name.
Yeah.
I've been saying Anita. See, in my head,
it's Anetra.
She kind of looks like Asian Anita Wiglet.
You know, a little bit.
A little?
I mean, kind of younger also.
Yeah, also. Hotter.
Sure. I don't know if I wanted Jack. I think I would have picked Mistress because I like that her original song was about like being heavyweight in terms of like being fat but also a fighter. And you know, had a little choreo and like singing.
Man, Jax did like a triple flip and then landed ever so gently on her titties. You gotta give her something. I thought they was way too hyped about the hair jump rope. That's not the first time I've seen that. Well, it's the first time I've seen it in real life. How about that?
Yeah.
I've seen it in cartoons a lot.
Yeah. I think it's execution, right?
Yeah. I'll give it to Jax. What song was she doing?
I have no idea.
Okay. Because I think she didn't do an original song. And I was really mad at Trader this season. Or I think her name is. Just doing a Blackpink song in the most boringest way.
I was surprised about that too. For someone who's saying, I'm a choreographer, I'm a hip hop dancer, I am a performance queen, you did such a lackluster Kill This Love famous K-pop song. Just so poorly.
No offense. Eugene from the Try Guys did that song better.
I mean, you know, I was kind of thinking the same thing. Even the outfit was just like bleh.
Do you think Spice had to bring her own coffin? Or when they were showing the pop, they were like, ooh, that one. That makes no fucking sense, but I love it.
I mean, I wondered that too because like, even like Robin had like her name behind her and Sugar had the bed. I'm like, you guys just have like a storehouse of props?
There has to be props to like commercials. I guarantee you the bed that Sugar had was the same bed from Marsha's.
Oh, you know, I never thought about that.
Am I like mentally ill to the point where I'm the one thinking about how they're going to do the props logistics and you're the one just enjoying the show?
That's autism, baby.
Oh, this isn't TikTok. We can't just drop that word here and there.
Sorry.
I saw this post. I was like, oh, why does everyone have autism now? Honey, you're just not lobotomizing everyone now.
So, I guess, okay, before we go to the bad performance, I thought Marsha should have won.
No way, Jose. I'm sorry. As funny as that was, her outfit for the final runway didn't carry through.
Did you like Anetra's outfit?
I did like Anetra's.
It was a cat suit with a train. That didn't even match.
But I also, okay, I'm combining the outfit from both the dancing and the final runway. They're both sexy cat suits.
Okay, I did like Anetra's outfit during the dancing.
Like all those paper queens. She fell incorrectly. She would have died. It would have been Sadako and the killed by the paper queens. Do kids know that story still?
That was insensitive.
I'm sorry. I swear, Sadako, I read your story like a million times in elementary. Every year, my school made me read that story.
It's a good story.
That's a good story, but I memorized it by heart.
I just thought the Marsha's one, like, it kept upping the ante of, like, funny because she was, like, nerd girl to trying to be sexy. And it's like, okay. Like, I'm thinking, like, is this prom night? And then falling in love with Ross Matthews. Like, oh, okay. And then, like, doing the deed. I just thought it was a complete story. It was just more smarter than a net trust.
Do you think when RuPaul made the whole comment about congratulations on your marriage, Ross, she kind of knew from production what Marsha was gonna do?
See, I don't know because I already thought he was already married. But I mean, I guess I don't know the time of the recordings and the timing of his marriage being announced.
We agree that, yeah. You didn't think Jack should have won. I'm like, Jack, you can have top 3. You ain't gonna win.
Yeah. So now we go to the terrible performances. To be honest, Lucy one wasn't that bad. I get what the judges were saying. Either you perfect the singing or you add more to it. That's whatever. The water ice.
Okay, so Irene pouring the cold water and she said the skit's supposed to be longer. And I'm just like, I can't even imagine how you can make that funny, let alone longer. Because your only physical gag was, oop, my nails are too long for this lemon.
Like usually I can see a performance be funny. Like even like Orion's story as the old lady instructor for yoga, I'm like, okay, there is something funny about it. I just don't see it in Irene's one. Like people say I could see it, but I'm like, I can't see it. It's a block of marble and you gotta be like a genius artist to make the David or the thinker.
I relate with Ariana Grande when she started prematurely clapping. I did not relate with Ariana Grande when she said, I get it, it's a commentary on social media influencers. Like, was that what it was, Ariana Grande?
I thought that was weird too.
There was no saving that. She genuinely was just trying to do a willow pill for no shock factor.
So, and then Amethyst was also on the bottom, deservingly. That one, I could see why it was funny. I don't know if seeing the baby later would have made it funnier.
I think if you see the baby in the beginning, you get the joke. You start like slamming your back against the wall. You start, like just doing dangerous things to your back because you don't know the baby's there. And at the end, the baby's just wrecked and had it. Like, I'm gonna find that baby. I'm going to Casey Anthony this.
Whoa!
Hey, she has a documentary. I can mention that.
Yeah, there was no elevation in that one.
It had a lot more potential than Cold Water, though.
I mean, sure.
Poor Irene, she's gonna go down in history as the worst performance in a talent show.
No, I still think Jasmine Masters one is the worst one.
What'd she do?
She did a stand-up comedy bit where she was just basically talking a story about eating ass.
You think someone trying to be funny but failing is worse than someone pouring cold water?
Because to be fair, they were both trying to be funny, and you're both waiting for the punchline that never comes. At least I had something to watch in Irene's one. With Jasmine, she's just standing there.
If Irene is the alien queen, why didn't she make it more alien and sci-fi? Like, oh, the water's polluted, so we're going to have to filter it with our mouth like 8 times. And then, she drinks it, spits it out, drinks it, spits it out. And like, it'd be cool if she like did a magic trick, like she had a Tide Pod in her mouth and changed colors of water. I didn't mean to say Tide Pod, I mean like a blood packet or something. Cause they have that, like, you put this packet in your mouth, and then like when you get hit, you bite into the packet, and then like, blood comes out.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I mean, let me write this for you.
We gotta go to Irene's like Instagram or whatever and see this longer version of this bit to see maybe it was funny, but I doubt it.
Bosco's like, bitch, you mentioned my name in the beginning. How could you?
I mean, a little bit. I don't know. It always feels like once you mention someone else's name, puts a curse on you. It's not definite, but
Now, before we go any further, there's another narrative this episodes. Actual veteran drag queens performing and influencer drag queens. Do you care? Do you think there's a difference?
I think there is a difference. I don't think in terms of talent necessarily or the looks, because no matter what, you're practicing at home. You're doing the makeup, getting the looks together, performing to an audience. It's just that part I don't think really matters. I think what does matter is the maturity of a person and the professionalism.
I was gonna say professionalism.
Like, I think, like, like an Instagram queen can be nice and like suave and maybe even charismatic, but I think being in like a real location or like working with other people is what's gonna build the professionalism, because professionalism is all about working with other people. It's not just being alone and doing whatever you want.
Yeah, like I didn't like how Sugar and Spice kind of like kept to themselves. Like, oh, we're gonna sit next to each other. We're gonna help each other out. Like, you guys should actually be individual, competitors. Like, you didn't really try to branch out past anyone except Lux because you're all influencer queens.
Yeah, and that's why like you can see it in Isabella or Mistress, how she's connecting, she's trying to network with people. So like I said, talent, no. Personal growth and character, yes.
Who knows? We're funny duddies. I thought it was very weird being like, oh, queens who hate social media queens tend to do really bad on social media. I'm like, okay.
It could be true though.
Could be true, but at the same time, like, as we learn, your social media following and how well you do it is not a determinant factor how well you are.
Yes, but it could influence how people look at you in terms of they only have a brief snapshot and not an in-depth look.
That's true.
Anyway, moving on to who is she Runway? I mean, the best was Sasha Cole.
Yes, one hands down.
I mean, not only was it Asian looking, but it was big and flashy, and I love a headdress.
Love a headdress.
Oh my god. I also like Mistress Isabel's. I thought, the red fringe, her being from Texas, it really showed like, damn, that's like a southern girl. But she's bejeweled.
What do you think about Sugar and Spice coming out as Disney princesses?
I'm a little torn because I do like them, and I do think the look is nice, right? I feel like for a first runway where you have to establish who you are, that doesn't say anything about who you are. I mean, I like what Sugar is trying to say, like her drag is about letting her inner child live their fantasies. But I think you are more than that, and I am following them on Instagram. I mean, they're cute, but I wouldn't say they're look queens. It's just fun to see them twirl around from boy look to girl look.
See, I just don't want to see every challenge the twins are working together to make a weird story. Because then it gets really weird and being like, if one of them gets eliminated and you're just like, okay, so
what was the other half?
Yeah.
I'm missing half the story.
Like, you guys are sold separately, but it doesn't feel like you can be separate. Especially when they were helping each other put the makeup on.
That was weird. But I mean, I don't know. Maybe that happens more often than we know, because like drag queens, they help each other get their makeup better. Because obviously they knew from the get-go that they were both on the show.
Yeah.
Kind of hard to hide the fact. So I am interested to see more runway looks, to see them more individualized and not be one is the black version of the other.
Speaking of social media queens, I like Amethyst or whatever she pronounces her name. I just thought what Michelle Visage said was true. She needed more padding. All these queens are like, oh, we gotta be body positive. Like, no padding for me, thank you. And it's like, bitch, it'll make you look so much better though.
Yeah, I mean, you're not coming on the show to make a non-gender conforming stance, right? Because you're all men or trans women or a trans man dressed as women. You're already buying gender norms. So you not padding is like, you're not really saying much except that you got a stick of a body and we don't want to see it.
We don't want to see your stick of a body. Unless you're Aura and you have really big muscles.
Okay, unless you got a body already that's worth showing off. I think it probably works better in the foreign countries because I feel like UK and Canada are more accepting of non-padding. But in the US seasons, we like to see the damn curves.
It's hard because on one hand, like I said, body positivity. On the other hand, it just looks lazy. And like, unless you're doing like an extreme nude illusion, I think you can afford some fake boobs.
Yeah, I mean, Kimura Hall put on the boob when she was only a face on a tree.
That's called professionalism.
Exactly. It's the dedication we want. Speaking of Amethyst, I don't know if I like the look, regardless of padding or not.
I don't like the look. I just want to draw an OC in that outfit.
Right, like it's cute anime vibes, but I'm kind of like, I'm not wowed by it.
This one girl, I think she came on a weird like hollow outfit. I forget who she was. And like, I'm showing butt crack. And I'm like, you're showing nothing.
Oh, I think that was Princess Poppy.
God damn it.
Yeah, that look was, I needed more. And it was busy too.
I feel like mini skirts are unappreciated though.
You know, if you want to show off leg, you gotta have the legs. You know what I mean? Like, Naomi Smalls puts on very little clothes, but damn, she got legs for days and you want to see it. If you don't got the legs, then I don't want to see it. So again, the winner was Anetra. I don't know if I agree, but it is what it is.
I will praise it to high heavens and thank RuPaul when I see her next time. I will say, thank you, RuPaul. You may have ruined my drinking water, but you made my dreams come true.
You gotta walk that duck to the oil pond.
I think this is strike 3 of things we shouldn't talk about.
And then the bottom two was Irene and Amethyst, as it should be.
As God intended.
And they lip synced to 7 Rings.
And we all said, I don't think that's a good lip sync song, RuPaul. You sure that's the only Ariana Grande song you want to pull out?
I think it's because it's her most recent bop. You know, like it's kind of famous, kind of. So Amethyst did better, but if you've been watching the recent episodes and seasons of RuPaul's Drag Race, you have to think not only as a audience member who is supplying the money for them to give out commercials for this show, but you also gotta think about it production-wise. Do you let Irene win because clearly her drag is more put together, or do you let Amethyst win because she really won the lip sync, but doesn't have much of a personality or a drag presence?
I raise you one chip though. You're like, oh, production should have favored Irene. However, what if Amethyst has a giant social media following? What if this is Art Simone all over again? Like, we cannot send home this popular of a queen.
She's from Connecticut.
She could have a giant following from Connecticut.
I don't know. I mean, you're really pandering to the ones in LA and New York, the ones where DragCon actually is at. I mean, you could be right. I get what you're saying. You know, social media is changing the game. That is why social media queens are being put into the cast of seasons.
There's a lot of them in this one, I feel like. Because before they kind of talked about, like, oh, can you be as pretty in real life as online? She's like, yeah, I don't use that much filters. And the other queen's being, bitch, you use so much filters.
I will say Luxnor London annoys the shit out of me.
She does. She kind of reminds me of an annoying version of another queen. I forget who.
Yeah, real specific. So we'll see how that goes. I'm just gonna cheer for the twins.
Irene went home. In case that wasn't clear, that's how shocked Minty was.
Oh yeah, I mean, I thought production would have kept Irene. And she was the sister of Bosco, and, you know, she's the only alien queen. Which I will say, though, when your aesthetic is alien queen, you kind of become my least favorite one.
Yeah, because then you can go really weird out and feeling the need to explain it.
Right, and then, like, sometimes I don't get it, and the judges are like, I love it. And I'm like, fuck you. You're lying to me.
Irene got Joe Block from
UK Season 2.
You got sent home just to believe. I wish you didn't.
I am surprised that they eliminated someone, considering, again, this is going to be a 16-episode season with 16 queens and probably 4 finalists. So 12 queens have to get eliminated, but, you know, what are you going to do with the other 4?
Hey, we already got episode 1 down with no elimination, so we just need 3 more episodes with double Shantaes.
That is true. Oh, God. Please, if it's going to be a double Shantae, make it be worth it.
Until episode 3 where we go to heaven. That's a JoJo reference with my favorite JoJo character, Jesus.
And Poochie.
We'll see you next time.